St. Elizabeth is a Catholic healthcare organization, and we try to live out our mission by, first and foremost, tending to vulnerable populations and individuals. Second, by providing whole person care to both patients as well as our associates. And lastly, by pursuing the common good. Now, we work in what is an increasingly religiously diverse context. Both our associates as well as our patients and their families are increasingly religiously diverse. And I believe, and certainly it's a value in Catholic healthcare, that we want to help all people tap into their spiritual lives, to tap into their faith lives in order to advance their healing, in order to advance their development. And so the challenge we face is to think kind of strategically and systematically about how we help our patients and their families, as well as their team members, to tap into their spirituality and faith life in order to inform and inspire and sustain them. So recently, an associate went into the lead administrator's office at one of our hospitals, and he was in tears. And what he went on to share was that he was in tears because he had learned that we had recently created prayer spaces for our Muslim associates and team members. And he shared that that had radically changed his sense of relationship to being at St. Elizabeth and to the work he did. And it was, for me, a powerful example of one small act and what that can do to shift someone's sense of belonging, to shift someone's sense of connection to the work they do, to the community they're a part of, and how together it will ultimately add up to us being able to better deliver against our mission of caring for the communities that we serve. Yeah, well, I mean, I think no surprise, tending to and actively engaging religious diversity is difficult. And it's hard. And I think Interfaith America has the right recipe for doing it, right? So building relationships across difference, increasing religious literacy, and finding shared ground for common work. I mean, that seems like a pretty good path forward. So my own faith life, I'm a Catholic, is strongly informed by Catholic social teaching and this kind of invitation in particular that we pay attention to vulnerable individuals and to historically marginalized populations, and that because of the kind of radical and dignity of each and every person and the equal dignity of each and every person, that we try to think systematically about how we pursue communities and systems that tend to the well-being of all. And so for me, my faith motivates me to do this interesting but also complex and hard work. I would also say that I try to lean into my own faith life and practice it, and I have found that it has done much to inspire me and inform me and sustain me. And so I want to think strategically about how we create systems in our increasingly diverse work environments that help all of our team members and patients tap into their spirituality and their faith traditions so that they might inform and sustain and help advance them in their healing and in their work.